Dawn arrived without sound. There was no announcement, no urgency, no demand for attention. Light simply appeared, slowly and patiently, touching the horizon as if it had all the time in the world. In that moment, the world was not rushing forward. It was breathing. The air felt gentle, cool, and alive. Each breath carried a quiet promise. Nothing needs to be forced. The sky shifted through soft shades of blue and gold, and the earth awakened without effort. This was not a beginning that pushed forward, but one that opened inward. A solitary figure walked barefoot across the damp ground. The soil was cool beneath each step, textured and real. Stones pressed lightly against the soles, reminding the body where it was. Every step was slow, deliberate, and fully present. For a long time, this person had searched for clarity in noise, in words, explanations, plans, and constant movement. Yet clarity had remained distant, and so, without fully understanding why, they chose to stop. Not to find something new, but to listen. Silence surrounded them. Not empty, not cold, but full. Full of life, full of meaning, full of truths waiting patiently to be revealed. The figure arrived at a quiet clearing and sat beneath an ancient tree. Its trunk was thick and weathered, marked by decades of storms and seasons. Its roots stretched deep into the earth, holding stories older than memory. Sitting down felt like an act of trust. Eyes gently closed. The breath revealed itself naturally, sometimes shallow, sometimes deep. There was no attempt to control it, only awareness. Inhale, exhale. Thoughts appeared immediately. Memories, worries, unfinished conversations, images of the past and the imagined future. They came one after another, demanding attention. But this time they were not chased away. They were not followed. They were observed. Like clouds drifting across a wide sky, each thought passed on its own. And as this watching continued, something subtle began to loosen. The mind softened. The body followed. Calm was not created. It was allowed. As minutes passed, the silence deepened. Not the silence of suppression, but the silence that arises when resistance fades. Within this space, long-held emotions began to surface. Unspoken sadness, old fears, a deep fatigue that lived quietly in the bones. These feelings had been buried under responsibility, expectations, and survival. They had waited patiently for a moment of safety, and now they were seen. There was no judgment, no attempt to label or fix, just presence. Each emotion was like a messenger, carrying information from parts of the self that had been ignored for too long. And in receiving them without rejection, something important was understood. What is ignored festers in silence. What is met with awareness begins to heal. Life was revealing what silence had been holding all along. Within that stillness, no clear voice spoke. Only a gentle knowing, rising from somewhere deeper than thought. You do not need to escape what you feel. You only need to allow it. Tears came quietly. They were not dramatic or overwhelming. They flowed slowly, like rain that cleans dust from the earth. Each tear carried release. The chest softened. The breath expanded. The heart, tired of defending itself, finally rested. In this moment, a profound truth emerged. Healing is not about becoming someone else. It is about fully meeting who you already are. Silence was not hiding pain. It was holding it with compassion. A gentle breeze moved through the leaves above. The sound was imperfect, uneven, alive. Nothing was trying to be beautiful, and yet everything was. The movement of the wind carried a teaching without words. Everything changes. Everything passes. Suffering had not come from change itself, but from resisting it. As this realization settled in, the body released its grip. Shoulders dropped. The jaw unclenched. Muscles softened. In the space created by surrender, a quiet gratitude appeared. Not excitement, not joy that demanded expression, just a calm appreciation for this moment. Breathing, sitting, being alive. Nothing more was needed. In that open awareness, understanding deepened. Life was always speaking, even in silence. It spoke through sensations, through emotions, through pauses that interrupted routine. It spoke in unexpected meetings and painful goodbyes, in stillness and in movement, in loss and in renewal. Silence was not the absence of sound. It was total presence. Here, trust quietly returned. Not trust that everything would be easy, but trust in the ability to meet whatever arises. This trust did not offer certainty. It offered openness, and openness was enough. When the eyes finally opened, the world looked the same. Yet it was entirely different. Colors felt softer, sounds clearer. Each detail seemed to exist with intention. Nothing outside had changed. Perception had. Awareness now rested gently on each moment, without grasping, without rushing. The teaching revealed itself simply. Life does not demand immediate answers. It asks for honest presence. And in that presence, clarity unfolds naturally. Rising slowly, the figure returned to the path. There were no final conclusions, no promises of permanent peace. Only something quieter and stronger, a relationship with silence. Now it was known. Within every pause, every conscious breath, life would continue to reveal what fear had once hidden. Healing was not finished, nor had it just begun. It was ongoing, here, now, within the silence that listens,